Thank you for joining us today for the virtual Sunday service with the Center for Creative Living. CCL, a charter of the Universal Church of the Master, has served and supported the spiritual needs of its community here in the Bay Area for over 20 years.
Good morning, good morning. If you can all be seated, please. Welcome to the Center for Creative Living, and we're so glad to have you here. And we're especially glad to see David and Caleb and all these other wonderful people here this morning who've traveled a long distance to get here. Thank you so much. I've got an announcement, and I'm going to be passing a clipboard around. And John, do you have a pen over there that we can borrow?
I have one.
Okay.
I have one.
This coming September, I'm going to be sponsoring new people who are interested in ministers, okay? So if you said, I don't think I ever wanted to be a minister, come take some of the classes. We're going to be talking about religion. We're going to be talking about UCM principles. But mainly we're going to be talking about you finding that metaphysical center of you. That center that you know there, that feeling you get where you sense something but you don't know what it is. Well, we're going to be talking about a lot of those energies. We're going to be talking about past lives. We're going to be talking about chakras. We're going to be talking about how to get in touch with spirit guides. So it's a fantastic class that we're going to be offering. And that class is what you do to become a minister. Then to become an ordained reverend, we're going to have we'll talk to you about how to do that. And so if I could have that pen with this clipboard, then we could pass the clipboard around. So that would be great. And David might have even a pen. Oh, there's a pen. Thank you. Thank you, Rebecca.
Even if you've done the classes before, you're welcome to come back. Even if you don't want to be a minister, you're more than welcome to come to the classes.
Yeah, the classes are open for everybody, but just letting you know you can use it for getting your ministerial certificate, okay?
Daddy,
Yes.
Daddy, where and how?
It's going to be at the UCM Center Thursday nights, and it's going to start in September.
Beautiful.
Okay, and so for those of you who don't know, the UCM Center is on Winchester, just past Hamilton, depending on which way you're going. And they'll start at 7 and go from 7 to 9, Thursday evening. So we'd love to have anybody who's interested join us. And I want to, at that point, before then even, I'm going to talk to you about all the benefits you get from being a minister. Not just feeling good for helping others, but you can go into so many different aspects. You can become a healing ministry that our wonderful Reverend Janet has. She's a healer, and she uses her ministry to help heal people. For me, I do counseling, the same type of thing. Joan works with her helping people financially as far as part of her ministry. You can use ministry for a lot of different things, including a lot of tax benefits, which are kind of remarkable too. I mean, and David, what do you use your ministry for? Keeps you centered.
Yeah, I've sort of put it onto a new rail.
Okay, wonderful.
And that's interfaith dialogue.
Interfaith dialogue,
yeah.
Perfect.
Which is going to be interesting.
But you can do so much. You can help with kids. You can work with anything. And I have a person who is in a home in Arizona, and they won't let anybody see him because he's real strung out on various things. And so I just called him. I said, "This is Reverend Dottie Boone, and I would like to find out what's going on with this and how I can communicate with him." And he said, "Oh, yes, Reverend." And he was amazed because his parents couldn't even come see him.
Right.
So you don't realize when you say you're a reverend, it works. You can get a placard and put in your car. So you can go to the hospital, and you can even have special parking if you're a minister.
Right.
So there's so many gifts that you have besides connecting to Source. So there's a lot of goodies. I don't think anybody's ever said that about ministers before, but a lot of good things you can get from it. Okay, so the clipboard's going to be coming around if you're interested in just getting information. This doesn't mean you're going to be taking the class. It just means you're interested to get some more information. Yes, Janet.
On another note, I just want to offer that Lynn Rogers and Chris Miller wanted me to mention that there's going to be an art open house at her home today from 11 to 5.
From 11 to, here, why don't you do it on the microphone?
Okay.
Okay. So people can hear it.
From 11 to 5 today, and it's going to be a wonderful art and music exhibition, and everyone is welcome. It is free, and it is at her home, and it is at 5143 Sandy Lane in San Jose, 95124.
Okay, thank you so much. And if you've ever seen Reverend Lynn's artwork, she's very gifted.
Yeah.
And so it would be great for you to be able to attend that, okay?
So
Okay.
that's right by me, and if you're trying to say where is it, it's by Lee High School and the Camden 85 exit.
Oh, good.
It's really easy to get there.
Thank you so much, John.
Thank you.
Okay. Anybody have any announcements they'd like to make?
Yeah, when we have our meeting on the 12th at the UCM headquarters, I will be sending maps out, and we'll, but I think we're going to have a gentleman who's been a UCM minister for over 50 years, and he's going to talk about UCM. Since we're going
Oh,
to be
look at who's here. Rosalie's in the house with her parents.
walk in.
Hey.
She brought her parents to church.
Yeah, she brought her parents.
And because I think it'll be a wonderful opportunity for the people that don't know much about UCM, for you to come into the office. It's kind of.
I don't know if you're being picked up on any microphone, but what Reverend Corky is talking about is the 12th. We can't be here for services because they're doing. Say what it is for me, Chris, again.
Viva Calle.
Viva Calle, and they're closing down the whole street. And this area and this parking lot are going to be a hub, so you won't be able to get here, okay? Because they start that prior to 10 o'clock. And so there's no way we're going to have access to this building. So we're doing church over at the UCM headquarters, and we'll be giving you maps and a way to get there. And you'll get a chance, if you haven't been to UCM headquarters, to see it. Okay? And if anybody wants to get there early and help Chris set up chairs and Corky set up chairs, we'd love it. And so it's going to be interesting. So if you get a chance to go to UCM and see what it's like, and also have service. And who's talking that day?
Well, I need to call John Simmons to see if he's in.
John Simmons,
I would like him to do it because he's
a long-time UCM member, and he's got a story.
And he is fabulous.
Yeah,
And he has many experiences that put him in a different realm than a lot of us.
Right, yeah, he's amazing. So we're trying to get a hold of him because he said he would like to speak, and now he doesn't have to travel across far. He'll be at UCM. Okay,
What was the date again?
the 12th, June 12th. Okay. Any other announcements?
Oh yeah, Reverend Joyce C. Brown's going to be speaking next week.
Reverend Joyce C. is going to be speaking next week. So if you haven't seen Joyce C. speak, she's a wonderful energy.
Dr. Eileen is speaking on the third.
Dr. Eileen's going to be taking my place. I took her place. Now she's going to be taking my place in talking. And she's still a little bit under the weather from COVID. COVID has really hit our group, and I want you to realize, people say, oh, well, it's over, it's whatever. No. For many of you who know Reverend Regina, she had it last week. Dr. Eileen has been sick with it. We have Lonnie, who does the coffee for here. She has it. She tested positive day before yesterday. So it's not over. So please, if you feel like wearing your mask, wear your mask, but make sure you're vaccinated. Very, very important. Okay, yes, David.
I had my helper come down with it, so he's isolating for 5 days now.
Uh-huh.
So it's touching all over the place.
It
I'm in
is.
San Francisco. Yeah.
Right.
And I don't think it should be taken lightly.
Right. Well, we're not here. We still, every one of you should have shown your card when you came in, because we want to make sure that we are protected, especially those of us who are over 70. It's kind of important that we are kept safe, because we're in that group where they say, be really careful. Okay? All righty. Announcement, yes. Come on up.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you're going one way and
I'll go this way.
Here we go.
So,
Here, do it in the
In my
microphone.
meditation last night, I asked, what should we concentrate on, or can you give me a special message about meditation and how to get through this current situation where there's so much unrest and uncertainty? And the message was, pray for peace. Pray for peace. And what is happening in the spiritual world, which I want to share with you, is that there are spiritual beings who are 20 to 100 feet tall, and they are throwing nets of peace across the U.S. That are like a volleyball net. But they're blue, pulsing blue lights. And they're throwing those, and their aim is to get 100-mile squares across the entire United States so that we can have peace from these pulsing blue lights across every community. Now, I'm asking you to pray for peace. I don't care how you do it. Do it in your own particular way. But this is one of the efforts that I feel or know or saw, however you want to say it, is being implemented in the spiritual realm. And you can support that through visualization and through meditation and through your affirming of peace and visualizing these nets. So I thought it was I had this vision about the nets several years ago, maybe even 10 years ago. One of the first places they did it was Sedona. Mm-hmm. And you know how powerful Sedona is. They chose beautiful places because people are already in the mode of being uplifted. But now they're trying to do it throughout the entire United States. And of course there are places, other places in the world also. But I'm asking you, because of the mass shootings and political unrest, to particularly visualize peace here today.
Thank you. Yes, David.
May I follow that up?
Okay.
If I may. Peace is a wonderful thing, and if it comes to this planet, we'll all be better. But one of the things about peace is what it is the lack of hostility, the lack of harm, the lack of war. Now, that's kind of a biggie. How do you stop wars? So I think you've got something to go to do that. And I have a 160-pound St. Bernard now. He came to us last year. He's 1 year old. At 16 pounds, excuse me. He's multiplied. He's my confidant in meditating at night. I've discovered, and I don't know where this came from, is I have these dreams that kind of morph into waking. I'm awake, but the dream keeps going, and I don't know what to do with it. So I get up and start walking up and down the hall, talking to the dog. Well, he follows me for a while, and the other day, he has this one trick that's just cute as a button. They taught him how at puppy school. They taught him how if you touch his nose, he sits down, he lifts his paw, and expects a treat. And if he doesn't get a treat, yeah, you may suffer. So it's real cute. He has his face, and it's a really production number. So I really enjoy this dog. Well, one of the things, as I was saying, is just interface dialogue. It pretty much is self-defining. It's all face talking together, not having wars, not arguing, not creating hostility toward each other, which is a big thing to go for. And I'm going to need some help in San Francisco around this. The example that's foremost in my mind right now is actually Glasgow, Scotland, where a woman named Rose Drew I met through Roger, because she came and interviewed him as one of 6 people on this planet who were doing this work in a way that actually she said was effective, and she wanted to write about it, and she used it for her dissertation, and then a book that was made out of that. So, it sold out. They didn't publish thousands of them. Dissertations don't get that kind of press. But they have a problem in Glasgow with a lot of Islamic people there. Scotland accepted, during a particular period of time, a lot of Islamic people. And the Scottish people have taken exception to this.
Okay, and David, we're wandering a little bit there.
Okay.
Yeah.
So basically,
Okay,
you
well,
would like help.
You
What?
You would like
would
help.
like help.
Yeah, I would. We're going to be setting up. We don't have a major problem like the Islamic in San Francisco, but I do want some help.
Okay, anybody who wants to help David, give him your email address so we can get in touch with you, okay? That sounds great.
Tell you dog stories quite often.
I'd like you all to put your feet flat on the floor. You're going to take a nice deep breath and close your eyes. We're going to go to a place that's called peace. This is a village. It's not in a real place on the planet. It's a village where Source is. It's the source of peace all over the world. And the way you get there is by closing your eyes, breathing deeply, and experiencing love. Love that flows through you. It doesn't stop because there's a person that you don't like. A love that flows through you and loves every rock, every blade of grass, every flower, every being, every animal. That type of love is the way that we find peace. And in the village of peace, as you walk through, you'll notice that every child and every adult is smiling. And each smile that you encounter reminds you that they're a child of Source, they're a child of God. They just are a little bit closer to Source than you're feeling right now. But you can bring that energy with you as we walk through Peace Village. We feel filled with the love, the caring, and the energy of everyone you pass. The houses are resounding with love. The energy, the atmosphere is pulsating in love. And with all that love comes peace. You don't hear any yelling. You don't see any fisticuffs. You don't see anybody shouting at another person or making them wrong or calling them names. What each one of us needs to do right now to bring that peace into this village is to appreciate everyone here. Not only everyone in this room, but everyone in this town. Everyone in this city, everyone in this state. Don't keep saying he, she are bad or wrong. Instead, put love out. You might not like them for who they are. That doesn't change the love in your heart. Find a way to love your enemy. Find a way to love the next door neighbor's dog that barks all night. Find a way to put love in your heart for all there is. Because peace starts with you. So bring a part of Peace Village home as we listen to the wonderful Reverend Janet Childs.
Peace, like a river flows, like a flower grows in our heart. Oh, peace, like an idea, grows from the wisdom of the history we've lived, and all that you have brought to this moment, to this very day, is your gift, and all that we know, and all that we can see, all that we can feel, brings us to this peace. And we are dancing, dancing in the sun, loving everyone, including ourselves. We let the river flow, let the flower grow, and we know we are brought home to this moment. Every thought, every word, every deed we do in love. Let it fill up your heart. Let it sing to the world. We are dancing, 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 and we're singing, 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 and we're
So, well, we have a speaker today that most of you know. She is the one who puts together the wonderful CCL Insights. She is somebody that I've known for a long time, almost as long as I've known Sharon. And I've known Sharon 50 years. Reverend Corky is somebody who has peace in her heart. I have never known her to yell or scream or argue with anyone. And I can honestly say that after 40 years.
Wow.
And that is amazing. I have talked to people who say, well, you know, when you're arguing with your spouse, or when you're arguing with your brother, or you're arguing with your sister, and I said, Corky doesn't argue. Because her philosophy in life is, I would rather be happy than right.
It's a lot more fun.
And she's going to tell you a little bit about how you can do self-talk to be careful with how you relate to other people. Please welcome Reverend Corky Whitacre. You want to stand right there, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm going to sit down right here, so you can move you over. Well, now, Fondle is behind the podium.
Okay.
Here you go. It's a tight squeeze.
Here we go.
Okay.
Move everything.
Hi, everybody. I was sitting over there and I was overcome with joy. I don't know, I just started crying.
Yeah.
Like, you know, good old Mr. Chris Peters here. Because I'm so happy to be here and you guys are just so lovely, you know, and beautiful, and I'm going to talk about how lovely and beautiful you all are, and then that makes me, you know, it's just as a avalanche kind of thing. So anyway, so you know, if I cry, we'll just go with it. We'll go with the flow.
Let the flow. Yes. Let it flow.
Because you know, you guys inspire me. You know, so you are so wonderful every day, every minute of every day, and I feel blessed to be able to be in your company and in your presence, because you inspire me, and then, you know, hopefully, you know, just like a vortex, we all get in there and rumble around together. Anyway, so that's where I am. So if I, you know, do anything, just take it in stride. Well, that gives me permission to do a lot, doesn't it?
Yes, it does.
Okay, so what I would like to do is, I have some things that I want your subconscious mind to hear. So I'm going to do just a very light hypnosis induction, so that you will all be relaxed, and that this will allow the words to soak in without any judgment from you. And so this is what we're going to do right now. So you can either keep your eyes open or close them, whichever you prefer. Just allow yourself to take a nice, deep breath. Okay, so the deal about the deep breath is that when you breathe in through your nose, at least 3 times, take a deep breath through your nose, that triggers the brain to relax. So this is a physiological fact, that when you take your deep breaths through your nose and hold it, you take a deep breath, hold it, and then relax. And it has to be at least 3 times. And then that will help you, your brain, your mind, to relax. So this is a tool that you can take with you and use anytime. But now we're going to continue to take nice deep breaths. Just allow yourself to relax. Know that you're in a safe place. And any sound you hear around you will just help you go deeper, deeper into a relaxation. Just allow yourself to use all the sounds and all the elements around you to assist you, to help you go deeper and deeper into total relaxation. And your mind is going to open up to your beauty, to your godness, and to your fulfilling your mission here on earth. That this will be a day that will set things maybe a little bit differently for you. That from this point on, you are going to remember that you are in your perfection, that you are absolutely a child of the Godhead, that you are in perfection. You are made of the same stuff that the stars are made of. Those minerals in your body are made from stardust. So you are stars. You are the galaxy. You are part of everything that is. All that is. You are connected to everything and everybody. We're all connected. So allow that to give you an opportunity to just reach out your mind, reach out your feeling, reach out your gifts of healing, because we're all healers. Allow yourself to heal yourself, heal your neighbor, heal your family, heal your pets, heal your flowers, heal everything. Because anything, every time I walk by the flowers that are in my front yard, I say, thank you so much. Thank you for opening. I mean, this morning they were all open, just leaning so hard toward the sun, and just open for all that goodness to pour into them. And then they kind of follow the sun around, and it's just a miracle, a miracle. Everything on this planet really is a miracle. Every little thing, whether it's you feel like it's a good thing or a bad thing, it's all a miracle. I mean, just that we can stand up straight, or stand up, period, or even crawl on the ground, in all of that is a miracle. How does that happen? I mean, of course we know, the facts of how it happened, but really, who figured that out? How can, I've been at, I just am in awe of everyone, all of your thoughts. You are beautiful. You are all perfect in yourself. You're all wonderful. Whatever the decisions you've made in the past, they are what they are. But from this point on, you can make better decisions, or maybe you've already made all the best decisions in your whole life. So you just garner everything you can from that and go forth. Go forth and be happy. Be in the moment. In my work, I have found that people are unhappy because they think so much in the past. Things where they've been hurt, things where they have done things wrong, and they focus on that rather than being in the moment and being in the joy and being in the bliss. So concentrate on being happy and emitting the energy of happiness, of joy. Dottie's Spirit Guide Mom says that we're here to do two things, and only two things that we are really here to do. And that's to be in our joy and to love unconditionally. Whew. It seems like it would be easy. No, but it isn't. Just try to be happy for a whole day. Although, no, that's a stretch. Just try to be happy for a whole, couple of hours in unconditional love. And when people say things that ruffle your feathers, so, that's why. Why am I ruffled? That's their belief, and they're entitled to that. And I have my belief, and I like what I believe in. So I'll do what I do and let them do what they do. I know it's a little simplistic, but believe me, simple is easier. Yeah, it's your subconscious mind is getting all this, right? Right. Okay, so these are the tools to stay in your center, in your focus. And So now I'm going to tell you a story. Now you can open your eyes or just stay with your eyes closed or however you want to manage this next couple of minutes is going to be totally up to you. And I'm going to tell you a story because it has to do with the way we process things that happen to us in our life. Okay, now imagine that you're like in the Serengeti and you're with 2 or 3 or 4 other people that are from your village, and your job is to go get the meal, go get meat for the day. And so you're off hunting, and you're kind of spread out because you're approaching the herd that you're going to pick some meat from. And you hear the rustling, something rustling in the foliage around, beside you. And you go, oh, there must be a breeze out there. And then all of a sudden this lion pops out of there, focusing on you instead of the other herd, the other herd. But anyway, and so he starts stalking you. So you can feel your body. I'm sure you've all felt that where your body kind of goes, run! And so you start running, and of course the lion is right after you. Right? You can hear, oh my God, yeah. And then your friends come and scare him away. Okay, so you're like, but now that has been implanted into your cellular level. That fear is there. Now every time that you are walking along and you hear the bushes rustle,
Mm-hmm.
you will think of that incident. And your body will pump you full of adrenaline and say, it might be something like a lion. Maybe you should run. But there's nothing there. There's nothing there. But there's nothing there. And so, and maybe there may never be anything there again. But every time, you will have the same reaction. And of course, the more you do it, the more you get it. I mean, the more it happens, the more you say, oh, but this, maybe next time, maybe the last 15 times it hasn't been anything, but maybe this time it will. Okay, and then that goes on with you throughout lifetime after lifetime. I mean, have you ever been scared of something that you have no idea why you're scared of it, but it just freaks you out, like spiders or snakes? I don't like spiders and snakes. That ain't what it takes. Anyway, yeah, it's. But it goes with you, and it's hard. I mean, I have a phobia. I mean, here I am, a trained hypnotherapist. I will admit, I am afraid of spiders. I am very much better than I used to be. I work on it all the time, and it's still kind of, if I see one, I get a little. But it's like, okay, you're either going to stay in the corner or you're going to have to leave. And they do. It's amazing. You tell them that, you visualize them, staying in the corner or leaving, and they pretty much get it then. But the point being is that we can change that. I mean, even though it's a physiological reaction to fear, and fear is very primal, as we all know. But we can learn to overcome that with practice. I mean, you have to want to, first of all. And then with help with relaxing. The relaxation that we did, at the very beginning, you have to be relaxed. And what you can do is you can see the incident, be an observer, not be the person who's being chased, but be an observer of that situation. And as you observe it, see it play out, and then rerun it, run it backwards, run it forward in your mind. And each time, the outcome is that you're not injured, everything is fine. And then, I mean, even in the case if you had been killed, and it still would be, you're alive this time, so it isn't something that's going to be real for you now. Okay, you're not any place where there's going to be a big cat chasing you. You're not in a place where this situation is going to happen, but you still, maybe you dream about it, maybe you just fantasize about that could happen. No, it's not going to happen. And so just play it like on a TV and feel yourself start to unwind. As each time you see it, the outcome is you're safe. You're safe. You're safe now. It's not going to happen now. Okay, this lifetime, that's not going to happen. I mean, we've all died of everything. I mean, how many times have we been reincarnated on this planet? Thousands of times. How many different ways are there to die? Thousands of different ways. You know, I mean, some people, I had a client who was, she could feel, when she was watching TV or a movie or something, and if somebody got killed or cut with a knife, she could feel it. I mean, so that when we did the past life regression, it turned out that in most of her life, she had been killed by the sword, the knife, a blade, you know, so it was really ingrained in her sight, in her physiology, that was just so, in the time that, you know, that she had just been killed so many times that way, that she just could always, whether it was she was stabbed or, you know, anyway, but that, so I was able to help her with getting over that feeling so that she could, you know, watch her mysteries and stuff like that and not have to endure the pain of you understand. So anyway, so that could help. Now you can do your own past life regression, and you can do your own with when you've got this kind of PTSD situation, like with the lion. You know, you have to work at kind of rewinding it, saying, no, that's not going to happen now. And, you know, you may need help. You know, you can find a qualified hypnotherapist or somebody that will help you. And you'll find yourself feeling a lot better about life. And then you could go on and be happy and not instead of right. You can't do that. Okay, so the self-talk. This is all part of the things that we tell ourselves. You know, my mother was, I've told you this before, where my mom would go, well, that's stupid. And when I was in my 50s, I said, please don't say I'm stupid. And she said, well, I don't think you're stupid. I would never say that you're stupid. And I said, well, but my subconscious mind doesn't realize the difference between you saying that that's stupid and you telling me that I'm stupid. She says, well, that's stupid. Thank you. Yeah. But she was convinced that since she wasn't since she wasn't telling me that, then she could go on and say that. I said, okay. Then I have to work on me and decide that I'm not going to accept it as the way I was accepted. You know, and that's the trick, is that you can't change other people. You can only change yourself, really. And so that if you want a different outcome, visualize a different outcome for you. For you, you're the one that's in charge. It's like people used to come to me for anger issues. It's like, why do you get angry? I mean, why is that your go-to? Let's set up a different default behavior, so that instead of getting angry, maybe you'll get inquisitive, maybe you'll get calm, maybe you'll be, you know. But you've got to, as soon as that is triggered or that button is pushed, let's say that goes into being inquisitive about the situation rather than angry about the situation. So it helps you. It helps people. So you can use this as another tool. You know that, okay, so instead of being angry, my default behavior will become, I wonder why that makes me angry. You know, bring it back on you. You're the one that's reacting. I mean, people can say whatever they want to say, but how do you react to that? That's what you have power over. And humans are so powerful, and we just give it up. You know, where do you want to go for dinner? Whatever you say. Where do you want to do? You want to have kids? Yeah, whatever you want to do. You want to get married? Yeah. You know, you can do that. Of course you can do that. But is that the way you want to live your life? Is being told what to do by everybody around you? Don't you want to have some control over that? A little bit of control over that? Maybe. And if you don't, of course, that's fine. But don't bitch about it. Complain about it. The people are, and usually, when you get to a certain age and you go, you look back at your life and go, I have done what everybody else wanted to do all my life. When do I get my turn? Whenever you decide to. It's yours. Silver platter, right here, take it. Just decide to do it. There's a little responsibility involved, but do it. Oh, I'm going to have to go pretty soon. But anyway, so remember that you're in charge of you.
Remember, you can stay as long as you want. Everybody else has to leave.
Thank you. Well, alrighty then. Okay. Anytime you want to get up and leave. But anyway, so are there any questions?
Yeah. Okay, you're there.
Okay, bye.
How do you change that reset button? Like you say, like you wake up one day and go, that's not going to trigger me anymore?
Well, you decide that you're not going. Okay, that a certain situation is not going to, that you don't want to be triggered by that any longer. So you've noticed what the trigger, that is it that person or is it that comment? Okay, then you start working on, okay, why does it trigger me? You do some internal work. Is it that there again? Is it that person or is it the subject? And so this might be some place that you would like to get a hypnotherapist or a friend or somebody that you could talk it over with, and they could help you say, it looks to me like it's the subject. Okay, so then you go, okay, now why is that? And you can ask your dream, before you go to sleep, that you have a dream that will tell you what's going on, why. Do a past life. You can do it during dream time. You can do it sitting in a chair. You can do it sitting in a chair. You can do it standing up. You can do it, take a hike, or what. And so just ponder. Why is that? And ask your mind, why does this trigger me so? Give me a clue. Give me a picture. Give me something. Help me with this. And then if you are having difficulty with that, then I would, I'd go to a hypnotherapist or something. Or just, we can say, hey, come in, help, I need some help with this. Can I have an hour of your time? And so, and find out, and then start saying, I choose to be relieved of this problem. I choose to not be triggered by that any longer. And we can talk about it if you have something specific, and I could give you some ideas. I mean, maybe we'll have a workshop on it or something.
Yes.
Yeah, and it's not easy because you've got time and service of being triggered by that, and it might be from many lifetimes that you reinforce that. So it may, but the cool thing is that change happens in an instant. I mean, I've worked with people for months and months and months and months, and then all of a sudden they get it, and it's done. And so when you allow yourself to accept what the solution is, and not fight it, say, no, I want to be mad at that person. I want to be, when somebody tells me something, I want to be angry at them. And as long as you decide that that's what you want to do, then that's what it's going to be. If you decide, that's not what I want to do anymore. When you start working on changing your attitude to something, it will happen. It really does happen. It really does. And so, like I said, it could be instantaneous. Just think of it. Just think, okay, I decided I wanted to, stop drinking or start exercising, or, were you able to commit to it and do it as regular as you wanted to do it, like to stop drinking. Okay, so I can remember going into a liquor store to buy a soda, and then when I get to my car, I have a beer in my hand. I really thought I had bought a soda, and I had to finish it real quick and throw it away. You know, and so that kind of being aware, being in the moment, staying in the moment helps. Because sometimes those default behaviors sneak up on us when we're not paying attention. When we just are going la-di-da, like, oh, hey, you can't do that to me. It's like, wait. Maybe you walked in front of that car. That's from, was it the Midnight Cowboy? I'm walking here. Anyway, so, if you want to chat about something in particular, I'd be happy to help you with that. Okay. You have a question? Did I answer your question?
I don't think I had one.
Oh, okay.
I can if you want.
Well, I know we're.
Yeah, we got it. We got to go. But so I've given you some ideas on what you can do, and I think we really should have a workshop on that to get down to some nitty gritty nuts and bolts.
Yeah.
But if anybody has any questions, you can text me, you can email me at savecorky@aol.com, SAVECORKY@AOL.com. Okay, hey you guys, have a great one. Love you all.
Oh, love you.
Right on. You nailed it.
Thank you.
I want to make a quick announcement. May is Suicide Month. This is when we have the most suicides.
Right.
And if somebody calls you and says, oh, I think I'm just going to kill myself, don't say, oh, I felt that way before. Oh, I know what you're going. No, you don't. Just say, talk to me. What's going on? And listen. And listen productively. And when you listen productively, you don't tell your story. That's not productive to that person at all. They have a story. And listen. And listen. I've got a quick story about this because it reminded me of, I had a woman call and say, I'm going to kill myself. And I said, okay. And she said, yeah, and I'm going to kill myself right now. I've got a gun in my hand. I said, okay. And, now what's happening? Well, they can't do this, and they can't do that, and they can't, none. And I said, tell you what, when your son gets married, do you want me to sit on the bride side or the groom side of the church? She said, why? I said, well, you're not going to be there, and I want to represent the family. What do you mean he's going to get married? Well, yeah. Oh. Well, I want to be there when he gets married, and you don't have to be in the church. I said, really? But what was I doing? I was taking her out of the now. But when you want to tell your story to them, or when you just say, oh, you can't do that, blah, 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 you're not, they're in the now. You need to somehow get them out of the now. Not in the past, but out of the now.
Okay, so I just got an urgent request from Donna Christensen. Urgent prayer request. I just received news that my daughter's friend Keith is having a stroke right now. He has been in ICU with a head injury due to road rage incident. He is in Florida. Please, please send prayers.
Okay, let's do it.
Let's do it. And his name is Keith, and he's in Florida, and we know that God knows who Keith is in Florida. Let's take a nice deep breath and send love. Visualize what love feels like all the way to Florida. You are all prayer warriors. Just take a nice deep breath and send love. And thank you, Donna, for letting us know so we can help this wonderful young man. And now, while we're sending love, I'd like you all to feel what it feels like to be loved. You've been sending love, you've been talking about love, but really feel it. From the bottom of your feet all the way up through your body, all the way up through the top of your head, into your crown chakra and to source. Feel love today. And keep working on doing that every single day. And now's the time when we pass the basket. Do I have anybody that would do it for me?
Sit down, Janet. I'm young. Just had a birthday, let me be young.
Yeah.
Oh, she had a birthday.
No, we did this already. You know.
It's been, we got real excited about that birthday. We know about that birthday. Yeah. Any other birthdays this week? Anybody? April. What color beads do you want, April?
April's in May.
Purple?
I don't think so. But we'll look. We've got gold, we've got blue, we've got green, and we've got magenta. That's close to purple. That's a close to purple.
There we go.
Yeah. This is your birthday song. It isn't very long. Happy birthday, April. Yes, Chris.
Rebecca's son is Josue. His birthday's tomorrow.
Well, what's her son's name?
Josue.
Josue. Okay, happy birthday to him, Chris. What color beads would he like?
28.
Aha. He might be past the beads. We don't know.
What color beads?
Yeah, what color beads?
Oh, yeah, red.
Red. He's a red baby.
Okay, red.
Yep.
How do you have so many colors all the time?
She's magical.
rainbow.
Yeah, there you go.
There we go. So shall we do giving to the ministry, from which we receive our spiritual support and nurturing, is an affirmation in consciousness of the truth that spirit is the prospering power, enriching every area of our lives. And so it is.
I want to thank you all so very much for being here today. And I don't know about you, I didn't get to sleep until 4. Everybody I talked to seemed to be up all night. And when that happens, it means the universe is going through some changes, not just our planet. When everybody you know was unable to sleep on a certain night, there's something happening, there's some change. So look for that change this week. What has changed in your life? What has changed in the condition of the planet? And let's keep being in touch with not just each other, but with ourselves. What is your body saying? What is happening? Okay. I want to thank you all very much for joining us.
Thank you.
And you have a beautiful, beautiful day. It's a gorgeous weather today. Thank you so much for coming. Bye now.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye. Thank you.